Hey friends, welcome back to Carnivore Squad. Well, today this video is totally different from the regular videos that the Carnivore Squad posts on this channel. And I must say that I am really thankful to these guys for letting me use their platform to share my own journey, my own challenges, and my own troublesome life with you guys, and how the carnivore diet, all of nowhere, has provided me a huge hope, something that was totally missing for my life for the last 10 years or so. Well, telling you a bit about myself, my name is Zafar and I am living here in Islamabad, Pakistan. I am 40 years old, and the thing that happened to me, the drastic thing that has changed my whole life, is that I have lost my eyesight. Yeah, I became blind. And it was not blindness by birth, it was caused due to a genetic disorder that I will tell you a bit later in this video. I will tell you that how this thing, the entire blindness thing, has affected my life, what difficulties, what challenges did I face and still I am facing, and what changes the carnivore diet is bringing into my life, and how I am being able to recover and somewhat reverse my blindness through this incredible diet plan. Plus, I am also going to share my meal plan with you guys, and most importantly, I would be seeking a lot of advice and help from all you guys, as I have seen thousands of people commenting on these videos, telling their incredible journeys, how they healed and cured from the various kinds of diseases that, just like me, their doctors had told themselves that these are untreatable and incurable kind of issues. So I would really need your support as guidance so that I get to the target, the impossible target which I want to achieve through the carnivore diet, and which is to restore my eyesight and vision, helping me regain my normal life that I once had in the happy days. So stay with me. And friends, before we move ahead, I would just make a little request on the behalf of Carnivore Squad to subscribe to this amazing channel and help these people spread the message of their informative videos to as much people out there as it could be. Now, talking about my journey, well, it started like about 10 to 15 years back. When I was in my mid-20s, I started facing difficulties in my day-to-day activities, primarily related to my vision and my eyesight. And things like, I would bump into something while walking that I would not notice, and I would have difficulty, especially in low light, in dim light, and then eventually it became even harder as I had difficulty in recognizing the colors, and then furthermore it got even so much worse that I could not see the faces of the people that I once used to see on regular basis. So it was like, it started from firstly night blindness, followed by the squeezing of the entire vision field of my eyes, and then eventually it getting blurry in the middle as well. So you could imagine that it's a stepwise progression. A normal sighted person gets to blindness eventually within a matter of few years, and this is exactly what has happened to me. And the root cause of this entire progression is a genetic disorder that is known as retinitis pigmentosa, or RP. And retinitis pigmentosa is a kind of disease which is genetic in nature, and what it does to your eyes is that it damages the cells of your retina, the photoreceptor cells present at the back of your eye. These are damaged, they get degenerated, and eventually they just die off. So you can see there is a gradual progression of the entire thing. Firstly, the rods and cones, the cells that are responsible for the night vision and the color distinction, they just fade away. They start to malfunction, and eventually they totally die off, as I said. And eventually the other peripheral cells in the retina, they also get degenerated, and the entire vision field that just becomes totally dark. And believe me, it's a really challenging thing having to face this issue, not because of its severity, but also because having to cope with the fact that this is an irreversible change in terms of the medical science and all the technology. Still, the doctors told me that this is an incurable and an untreatable disease. Well, apart from the physical aspect that I can't now just move around like the way I did. I used to do all my day-to-day tasks like any other or any normal person with a normal eyesight would do. Now I had to cope with this blindness, having to depend on other people, having to cope up with the assistive technology, and plus top of that, I had to go through the emotional trauma of being stuck in this situation and having no hope of getting cured back to the normal life. And one thing that really hurt me was the negligent and the sort of arrogant attitude of doctors. They were actually not very helpful, I would say. Some doctors were, but mostly they were not encouraging, and they did not have anything to offer me or did not guide me like anything to cope up with this thing and how to get out of this thing and move towards a better and a regular life once again. Now the point is, how did I come out of it? This was really seriously damaging to my personality. I have wife, I have children, and I have work to do. I have to earn my life. And now, having been deprived of my most precious capability of being able to see the world, it was really difficult for me to adopt this whole thing. But what I did was, I referred to the people who were really motivational and who had helped thousands of people get out of such situations. People like Tony Robbins and people like Bob Proctor and some other guys who were like Earl Nightingale. Well, all these guys, they helped me a lot. Of course, they did not directly, but of course, I watched a lot of their videos on the YouTube, and they were, really helpful in getting me, going, having to push myself beyond what I thought was just the ending point of my entire capabilities and my entire, ability to do things in life. Well, once I was on the normal track, I was out of the depression. Then further, one thing that I did was to enhance my physical health as well. For that, again, I went to YouTube. I searched for videos that would help me in keeping my physical health intact. I went through different kind of channels, and I just started doing exercise at home, different kind of workouts, as I can't go out and run like I used to do in my normal days. So I bought a treadmill for myself. I bought an elliptical machine, and these machines have really helped me. I worked out every day now for at least half an hour. And the other thing that I did was to follow some healthy diet plan. Now, referring to healthy diet plans, the things that I first came across, that was what attracted me. It was the Mediterranean diet. Of course, now it seems a bit ridiculous, but back then, it seemed really cool. Having some fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, and fresh juices coupled with dairy and meat and olive oil. All that sounded really good, and to be honest, it helped as well. But again, that was something, it felt that something was missing. So eventually I shifted to the keto diet. Keto helped me a lot. Keto gave me some more energy, some more vigor. I don't know if it's got to something do with the composition of the food that you eat. Of course, low carb, high fat, but it really changes the way you approach your life. And then eventually, the turning point in my life that really, again, as earlier my life was toppled in the negative way, now seriously, when I came across the carnivore diet. This thing has really opened up a lot of avenues for me in terms of hope and all those desires. I was watching the videos on the YouTube about the keto, and among the comments I would see people commenting about something like carnivore diet or the line diet, and I became curious that what thing it is. I mean, I really hadn't heard it before. What is this animal based diet? So I searched the YouTube. I found videos from people like Dr. Ken Berry, Dr. Anthony, and Dr. Sean Baker. Plus there were other guys like Kerry from Homestead How, and that young lady Bella from the Steak and Butter Gal channel. So once I saw the videos of these people, a really big avenue of hope and all that feeling of getting revived and getting back to the normal life, that came strongly to me, which had never been come to me in the last 10 or 12 years during any course of either medical visits or any kind of the diets which I mentioned earlier I was following. I did not feel any urge, any passion the way I felt after switching to the carnivore diet. And well, people really find it hard adopting to the carnivore diet because of the concept of eating only meat and only animal based products. But to be honest, I did not feel it that tough switching to this kind of diet. Most probably because I was already on keto, that was high fat and low carb. So I did not have much difficulty in cutting out the carbs altogether and adding up the extra, the ratio of the meat, the protein that is supposed to be present in the carnivore diet. It took a bit of while, it took like a couple of months adjusting my diet to the proper meal plan and the optimized the ratios. I'm talking about the fat to protein ratios. But once these things were settled, it was really great going for me, and I am having now really a good time. And to be honest, I have had some unexpected results. Of course, the primary goal for me is to having my eyesight restored, but apart from that, the changes, like the other people, they comment, they healed this, they healed that, but there were some key changes that I started feeling within myself. And the top thing that I felt was the incredible change in my energy levels. I started feeling really energetic, really passionate about things, and really I was up to the things which I was kind of sluggish and really lazy when like I was on other diet plans prior to this one. So this really changed the entire persona of me, and once you are in a good positive mood, your entire life change takes a good positive turn and things start to be getting in proper shape for you in the life. And other things like which have happened to me, they are like I feel my hair growing again really quick. Although I have a good hair on my head, I am not bald like a lot of my friends in my age. They have really turned bald and they have lost a lot of hair. But my hair already it was good, but I have now started feeling from like last 2 or 3 weeks that the hair growth has been really good now. And other than that, there are some things like the good libido and all that energy level that has got really good as well. And in short, it has really changed my life. As I said, changed the entire outlook of my life. And now getting to the main point, the main objective, the purpose that I turned to this diet for, the betterment and improvement of my eyesight. Well, to be honest, it would be a bit earlier to make some sweeping statements. But one thing that I felt is that there is slight improvement, there is some slight improvement in the outer periphery of my VN field. The things that I was not able to figure out just maybe 2 or 3 weeks back, I can feel that I am just being able to figure out those objects in my VN field a little bit better, not fully but a little bit better right now. And I really hope that this improvement, this thing is realistic. It's not just maybe something like a thought of mine just because I'm expecting this to happen, but I really hope that this is something realistic. And I am really hopeful that after a couple of months even down the road, I would be in a very better position to judge the exact improvement that is happening to my eyesight. Well, at least it's happening despite having the thing in mind that this condition, the retinitis pigmentosa disease, is incurable. Having some sort of cure, it's really heartening nevertheless. And I am really now pushing the pedal on my carnivore thing. I am not just trying to avoid all my cheat stuff that I used to do, like having an occasional diet coke after a week or so. So I'm just trying to cut on that, or something. I would just take a chips out of the plate of my child. So that was just a little bit of cheating. But I'm even really trying to cut all that out so that I get some really pure results for me. And I really want to get back to my proper life with my proper eyesight, with my proper vision, so that I can perform my life and live my life as it should be, as a normal person with a good normal eyesight. I really miss watching the faces of my children, my wife's face, my parents. I really miss them, and I have a very strong urge to being able to see that all. And not only that, but being able to drive again, being able to perform all those activities once again. And I'm really hopeful that it will happen one day, and not later, but rather really soon. And carnivore is going to be the key for that, this I'm sure. Now, one thing that I need your help is that I have seen a lot of people recently who posted about improvement in their eyesight. It was not specifically related to retinitis pigmentosa, but it was more about generic improvement in their eyesight, the improvement in the numbers of their the glasses that they are wearing. People are having improvement, and some videos I saw were about people getting cured from the AMD, age-related macular degeneration. It's also a retina-based disease, but not exactly RP. So it's really heartening to see people having come across these improvements. So I would request you to share your experiences and guide me to further pinpoint to anything that I need to do. Do I need to eat anything special? Do I need to do any exercise special, so that the progression of the restoration of my eyesight that begins, and I get rid of this entire thing and entire challenge in my life. Well, friends, this is it from my side today. I hope that I would inspire a lot of people among you, as I get really inspired from the people that post their stories and their experiences on these videos. So I hope that I will get a lot of help from you guys as well, and collectively let's get our big carnivore community going and helping each other, as I have seen this community help each other in a way that none other community associated with any other diet plan is doing right now. So like this video if you found it helpful, share it with your friend as well, and do subscribe to this channel, Carnivore Squad. Again, these people are doing great job. Let's help and support them. And hopefully I'll be back with you sharing my progress and my journey in some other video very soon. Till then, take very good care of yourself. Bye bye.